Welcome to the next episode. Having understood about the myths, challenges and the mistakes in paraplanning and SOAs, today we are going to talk about the winning strategies or crafting a winning SOA. Today also we got Ushan with me. We will be sharing the tips and the tricks that we can do in paraplanning and creating SOAs, and also how to tick the compliance boxes to make sure that it's a compliant SOA as well. So Ushan, let's start with the tips and the tricks that you can give to junior paraplanners to make sure that their SOA, the SOA that they prepare, is good to go.
Right. I would say, there are several things which I can tell you, but one major thing which I would highlight is, first, the paraplanner need to understand what is the goal of the advisor as well, right? Because, again, this is also, I would say, this might also be a myth, right? Some advisors like to have the SOA just, to take the compliance purpose, whereas there are advisors who like to use it as a document to educate client, right? And there are advisors who like to use that as a document for their marketing purpose, right? And some advisors like to get all three boxes ticked, right? So this differs from individual advisor to advisor, right? So it's fundamental for you to know what your advisor wants out of the whole document, right? So that's like the first step. So understanding that will help you customize the document as per the advisor's requirement, right? And the second important thing when particularly writing the SOA and all, it's again to keep it simple, right? I would say you should be able to explain a SOA to your mother, right?
Right.
If you can do that, you achieved.
That's a good example.
Yes. So that simple it has to be. You can't use all these technical jargons, right? Because again, there are two type of clients. There are clients who have high financial literacy, and there are clients who are illiterate, right? So you need to target both the audience, right, in the same manner. So having the document in a clear, concise and consistent manner, which actually help you get there. Right, so that's like a second tip I would say, and another important thing is staying updated, knowing what you are doing, right? Sometimes if you are really not sure on a certain thing, just get the help, right? As a junior, if you're let's say you're drafting a particular strategy and you're not really sure about that particular strategy, get the help of the seniors. If the seniors doesn't know, go talk to the advisor and try to find the answer. Right? And also you need to know what's going on in the compliance side of things, right? You need to stay updated with the regulation, you need to stay updated with all the compliance requirement, right? And all those things need to be incorporated in this way. Right? I think, if I am to pick three, these three will be the main points.
Now this is something interesting, right? So you're talking about, make it very clear that anyone can understand that.
Yes.
By the looks of it, you can understand it and implement it.
Yeah.
And that's something which is there in many laws, even in the taxation laws. One of the key principles is to make it simple.
Make it simple, yes.
Right. So I think that's a very good example.
Less is more, they say.
Less is more, yes. Because otherwise, more complicated stuff, we will complicate ourselves, we will complicate our clients, and no one will understand what we did.
Exactly. At the same time, and the more complex you make it, the more errors you'll make as well.
Definitely. Right. Now, you actually talked about keeping yourself updated as well, and you said that understand what you are doing.
Yeah.
Right. To understand what you are doing and also to keep yourself updated as a senior paraplanner, as a principal paraplanner in ABP, what do you really do?
Yeah, so one thing is we, with all the advice firms what we work with, right? So we are in touch with the compliance teams, right? We try to get the compliance update from those compliance teams. So that's one way we keep ourselves updated. Second, we go through compliance training, CPD trainings, right? So we're trying to also get information through that, updated information. It's not only us, the team. When we find something new, we also circulate it to the team, right? So that's something what we do. And another cool thing what we actually do is we have this monthly forum, right? We have a paraplanning forum.
That
right? Yes.
I do attend.
Yeah. So that's another pretty cool thing what we actually do. It's going pretty well, I would say. The team is doing pretty well, and I could see there's like some really good initiatives coming up and really good content coming up. So this paraplanning forum, it's all about knowledge sharing, right? So we share our experience, the seniors share experience. You know, it's not limited to seniors, I would say, whoever, right? Let's say they had a unique client scenario or an interesting client scenario in that particular month, right? They actually share that with the team, right? It's about learning. It's, you know, sharing the knowledge. So that's something what we actually do in the paraplanning forum, and overall I think it has helped the overall team, right? And we also have clear quality management process where, you know, the feedback are properly given, and, you know, so that also actually helps us to be on top of things, at the same time educate the juniors as well. So yeah, these are some things what we actually do.
That's very interesting, I would say. And finally, right now, all these are governed by a regulation, and then with the regulation it comes compliance as well. So to keep the green light, or to get the green light for compliance, what would you suggest to do?
Yeah, I would say we have got green ticks for our advisors. That's something which we are very proud of. Right. So one thing, the one main thing is, this is something which I highlighted in the last episode as well, right? Personalization, right? Personalization of the SOA. So this is crucial when it comes to compliance, getting the compliance tick box, right? So we need to make sure the document is personalized enough, right? For the clients, as per the client's goals and objective, it needs to be personalized, and it needs to be in client's best interest, right? Again, not pointing out anyone, advisors are also human. They do make mistakes as well,
yeah.
Right? So it's, as paraplan, it's our duty to make sure we vet the strategies and we make sure it's all, you know, in line with the client's goals and objectives. If we are not sure, if we see a conflict, we can always go talk to our advisors, right? Discuss with them, because they might have a different rationale. There must be another goal which has not been documented, right? For that, you need to have the clear communication with the advisor, right? So understanding those things and having those personalization, it's going to be very, very important. So another thing is, keeping the file in order, right? So this is also important. Again, we might think that it's not the paraplanner's duty, right? But again, we are working with advisors, we are helping the advisors. So it's good to help them get the green tick for compliance. So the file needs to be in order. It's something what we do here at AVP is, like, we have checks at every single point. It's not like we have a final check. We have checkpoints at every part of the process, right? So thereby we are able to control the quality.
It's something like interval control, is it?
Yes, exactly, right? So we are able to control the quality at every given step, right? So thereby, if something is wrong at that particular step, we escalate it and we stop it then and there, right? So that actually helps us in terms of efficiency as well. At the same time, having that quality control and keeping the files, all the documents in order, all the supporting documents in order, right? So whatever the research what we do and whatever the background work we do, it's all clearly documented, it's all clearly saved, right? So I think that's also another important factor, the personalization of SOAs and making sure everything is in line with clients' goals and objectives. It's in line with their best interest, right? Then also making sure the client file is proper, right? All the documents are there, all the supporting documents are saved, and everything is up to date. I think these are the two crucial elements. Yeah.
So that's awesome, Mushan. So that summarizes the tips and tricks and also the compliance tick boxes that we need to check to get a better SOA when you are doing it the next time. Signing off, Charit and Nushan. See you in the next episode.